change?
Yes, to change some concepts and concepts.
It's fairly easy. In the statistical data, metadata exchange that we were talking about among institutions, different organizations like UN, World Bank, OECD, when we want to change something, there is a working group. And we have to take the proposal to the working group and have them agree it so that they add it to the list. In the meanwhile, we can start using it in our own databases, but this has to be finally approved. It doesn't prevent us from starting to use it in our databases, but we like to keep the list universal to all, so we take it to the working group, which meets twice a year in person, but also they're corresponding over the email, and there is a process, a governance procedure to approve such changes. So this is what we're doing, like, for example, with the vocabularies or with the schemas that we use. Yes?
How long did it take to develop the standard so far, and how far are you? Are there parts missing, or?
With the STMX standard, that was started in 2001. And you're right, I mean, it takes a long time because so many institutions are involved.
Yeah.
However, we are now at a stage where we have common data structure definitions for many of the major data sets that we operate on. There's a lot of ongoing work with the standard in terms of reviewing the vocabularies, developing guidelines and things like that. This is still in progress, but we've come far to a stage where we can call it an ISO standard. With regards to data quality assessment framework, that took a few years as well because we have to agree with our member countries to follow the same sorts of metadata standards. And that took a few years, but now we are already there. And we are publishing it according to the new standard.
Thank you.
Yes?
I don't actually agree with the first bullet in the conclusion, so I think that it's somehow misleading according to me. If someone thinks that metadata standardization can improve the quality of statistical information, I think this is somehow dangerous. Metadata is just for exchanging information, making our life easier, but this is the first of 20 steps that one has to do. So I wonder if you are happy with this quality of the statistical information that you are receiving and you are outputting as IMF.
Let me backtrack because I will provide all the information since we are limited time. The IMF prescribes certain quality standards for compilation of statistics in several domains. This data quality assessment framework ensures that the countries are following those guidelines. So we have manuals on value balance payments, how they have to compile certain things, how they have to disseminate certain statistics. They have to provide information about all of these, the earlier slide that I put up. They have to provide information about all the elements of the quality of information based on the recommendations of the IMF. And the staff of IMF monitor these submissions every month to make sure that they are in line with the guidelines. If there's any departure from those guidelines, that has to be noted and published on the website. So it is a mechanism by which we try to enforce good quality statistics because the countries are expected to follow the standard if they choose to. But we're not telling every country you've got to join this. If the country chooses to join the standard, they have to follow these rules.
Yes, from my
they
experience,
have to compile things.
I agree, but from my experience and from managing data of organizations of international, there are a lot of errors on this data, from my personal experience.
Sure.
So I wonder if there is something more that has to be done to ensure quality, so we say just metadata standards.
Yeah, and here we are really talking about the methodology of compilation.
Yes.
And
What
the
about
types of things about the
verification?
soundness and about the accuracy and reliability of statistics. Of course, there will be errors when they actually publish the numbers, which has to be then corrected by them. But here we're talking about a framework about the compilation of statistics. Yeah? They got to follow, for example, the BPM6 manual when they compile the balance of payment statistics or the SNE system of national accounts, when they compile the national accounts. We're talking about the guidelines that we provide to countries to come up with quality statistics based on methodology.
But I wonder,
Maybe
the
we
wrong
can
predictions
talk
whether
offline.
are due to...
Sure, we can talk offline a little bit more if you wish. Yes.
Exactly, in terms of quality, do you provide and control vocabulary to the members actually in order to complete and comply with this standard? Because cross-country, I mean, you would get all sorts of different inputs, even if you apply some kind of an abstract model.
In the SDMX standard, which is the statistical data metadata exchange, we do provide vocabularies. So they have to use standard names for countries, standard names for concepts, standard names for all dimensions. And yes, anything that's changed in that has to go to the working group, as I explained earlier. So we do provide the countries with standard lists that they have to follow, names.
So do you see a way where this kind of vocabularies can be used to support natural language processing techniques? So actually we move into information extraction, where we can use this kind of already established vocabularies to extract information from documents.
SDMX is already mapped to RDF framework. As my colleague before this said, it was already compatible with the RDF framework and semantic. But I'm sure there's more needed.
One question. In the World Wide Web Consortium, there is a working group, a public draft about the provenance, which is the data provenance. Can you keep in touch with this?
Yeah, I've been attending some of the DCMI meetings, and they are talking about provenance as well and coordinating with groups, but we are not actively in that research, but we're keeping an eye on developments in that area.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's almost the end of the first session. With a lot of questions, vibrant conversation, and thank you very much for that. So we're going to have our first coffee break. I have to say that the coffee break starts early in the morning until late in the night, so it doesn't stop. You don't have to wait the coffee break, so you can drink the coffee here as well, if you wish. If you need any assistance, say the staff is outside if you need anything. The lunch will be outside of this building, outside of this room. So after the track about the European and national project, and for the people that are wishing to attend the track about the metadata and semantics for capture, collection, and application, that's in conference room Stefanos Dragounis. It's outside of the building, so there are going to be staff that they are going to, you can follow them and you will go there, but we're going to mention that after the second break. So enjoy the coffee.